Having completed her summer classes at Syracuse University, Dorothy has been enjoying the final days of summer with her family before the start of the new school year. She lives with her parents and younger brother Timmy in rural New York. Although her sisters, Maya, Lynn, Dig, and Dawn have moved out, the family remains closely knit.
Monday, September 1st, cool and partly cloudy. Lynn departed bright and early on the A&A. Dig and Tim and I saw her off. Dig fixed the pom-pom on my velvet hat this morning.
The A&A is the Arcade and Attica Railroad, connecting Arcade, North Java, and on to Attica.
Tuesday, September 2nd, cool and partly cloudy. First day of school. I have a new scholar. A nice little chap, I guess. The Delaney's are coming to me. Things are starting smoothly enough. I do hope and pray for strength and grace to carry this year to a successful close, and I fervently hope that it is nearly the last one of teaching. We had a Sunday school teachers meeting at Mrs. Lyford's tonight. I guess I am to have the young people's class this winter. I do hope I may do it so as to help them and inspire them, and I pray for help with my own life so that any of my words may have weight. Our talk tonight gives me the idea that our church is in rather a curious condition. We must all work hard and make it tell for Christ. Wednesday, September 3rd, clear and sunny. This has been a beautiful and ideal fall day. The moonlight was lovely early this evening. Dawn took Lowell down to Mrs. Brooks this afternoon. Thursday, September 4th, cool and cloudy, clearing in the afternoon. Mary came up to see Lowell this afternoon. I had a nice ride home. Friday, September 5th, warm and sunny. Mama and Dawn took supper at Mrs. Brooks. She had some other guests too. I went to Arcade and went to the Lowell Wells concert. I did so enjoy it. One gets so much inspiration from something really good. I stayed overnight at Potter's.
Lowell Wells was a well-known classically trained baritone singer on the concert circuit and Chautauqua platforms. He later became a respected professor of music at Syracuse University.
Saturday, September 6th, warm and sunny. This has been one of the most perfect fall days I have ever seen. Papa and I came home together on the early train. When Papa went back, Dawn and I went to the station with him and went down the track and in the north pasture after Rose Hips. We had an awfully funny time. Tim was simply wild to chase the cows because they would come up near us. At last we got home, footsore and weary, but I got up gumption enough to iron my white dress. Sunday, September 7th, warm and sunny. I taught the young people's class and read a sermon. We had only a few out. I do hope the church will revive. Maryland led tonight. We had a good meeting, but the boys seemed possessed to laugh. Monday, September 8th, hot and sunny. This seems like a return of summer. It is a perfect night out, a big golden moon, autumn breeze rustling the leaves, and the cicadas singing. We feasted on corn tonight. Dawn and I had a big laugh over the table when we were through. Mama called at Mrs. Brooks. Tuesday, September 9th, warm and sunny with haze. This has been a delightful fall day. School is going well. Aunt Clara is not well. I called there tonight. I also stopped at Days and let the puppies simply wallow on me, then in at Aunt Eva's for pears, and so was a long time on the way home. It's a lovely night out, but I must go to bed. Wednesday, September 10th, cool and cloudy, slight showers. Dawn got Kenneth to take her and Lowell up to see Aunt Clara and Aunt Ella. Aunt Clara is very poorly. They sent home some lovely pears. Thursday, September 11th, chilly and rainy. The lines, Mother doing peaches all the afternoon run in my head, for we are learning it in the 3rd grade, and Mama is acting it out literally.
The line, "Mother doin' peaches all the afternoon," came from a poem, "The Funniest Thing in the World," originally written by American poet James Whitcomb Riley.
And then the funniest thing in the world is Mother doing peaches all the afternoon. And the kitchen's all so hot and sticky too, and the fly brush wavin', and the big buzz boon of the blue bottles, and the bees in the spoon.
Dawn and I went to the church supper. We were in time for the tag ends of everything, but got enough to eat. I have been studying the catalogs industriously, but think I'd better go to bed. Friday, September 12th. Chilly and rainy. I love these chilly, rainy days. One gets up such an exhilarated feeling walking in the air, and the little cozy schoolroom with its dancing, crackling wood fire and the rain beating on the panes is so pleasant. It seems good to have Friday night come. Mrs. Hudson asked me over to eat peaches. She was putting them up. We had an awfully good supper.
Putting up was the standard term for home canning.
Saturday, September 13th. Warm and sunny. This has been an ideal fall day. Papa went up on the farm. I went to the station with him tonight. Sunday, September 14th. Sunny but cool. We had a larger congregation today than last Sunday. Miss Preschel, the new teacher here, was at church. Mama went up on the hill this afternoon. Dig and I had a cozy lunch of corn fritters and sliced tomatoes. Ellsworth was at Aunt Eva's today. The CE Society went in autos tonight to Protection to hear Miss Minnie Newton speak on her missionary work. I didn't get a chance to go.
Protection is a small hamlet in the town of Sardinia in New York.
Monday, September 15th. Cool and partly cloudy. I went and interviewed my beloved trustee tonight and have permission to make out my tax list right away. That means some money before long. Perry Dame catalog came today, but I haven't had a chance to look at it.
In the rural school system of the time, the trustee was an elected official who managed the school's daily operations and hiring. The teacher often served as the district clerk, a role responsible for preparing the tax list, which calculated the specific school taxes owed by local property owners.
Tuesday, September 16th. Cool and cloudy. We had a letter from Lynn. I wrote to her after school tonight. Dig and I went after milk tonight, and I warned her against getting her head bumped. I have decided to put away my Java straw hat and save it for another summer. It will be a way of saving money, and I don't seem to be particularly good at that art. Wednesday, September 17th. Cool but sunny. I have been fussing about my winter coat problem, and have about decided to get an all-plush coat collar and all, and still wear my mole cloth muff for best. I'm sure I don't know, though. I certainly find it hard to decide on these things. I had a ride from school with Raymond B. and Earl M. They had been to Batavia Fair. That certainly is a dandy little car of Raymond's. Thursday, September 18th. Cool but sunny. An ideal autumn day. Batavia Fair-itis certainly had it fine. Mama has made ready for her guests. I must come home early and help do the honors. I hope it will go off successfully.
Doing the honors was a common idiom for acting as the host or hostess of a social gathering. The Batavia Fair was held annually at Exposition Park in Batavia, New York. The fair was in its glory days around this time, drawing crowds of over 15,000 people in a single day.
Friday, September 19th. Cool, windy, and cloudy. Mama had what Lily was pleased to call an old hen party. Aunt Anne, Aunt Eva, Mrs. Brooks, and Lillian, and Mrs. Downing were the guests. Earl brought them up and came after them. It was really a howling success. Mama had the new rugs down, and they looked fine. I had a ride home with the Delaney's, so I was early home. Dig and I concocted a most wonderful letter to Mr. Bowker tonight. Saturday, September 20th. Warm and sunny. Dawn, Lowell, Papa, and I went up on the farm today. We went into the parlor, a privilege we girls have long coveted, and saw the quaint old things. The paper on the wall was some which was placed there when Grandma B first went to keeping house. Raymond came home with us, had supper here, and spent the evening. Papa had a ride to arcade with Mr. Barber. Sunday, September 21st. Warm and partly cloudy. I read a sermon to a congregation somewhat improved as to size. I taught my Sunday school class. I feel an active interest in that class, and hope I may accomplish work for Christ in it. We had an excellent meeting tonight. Blanche led. I am afraid I have an ulcerated tooth. Monday, September 22nd. Cool and cloudy. Mrs. Lyford called tonight. We certainly enjoyed the call, but operations were considerably held up. We washed dishes at an unreasonable hour. I received word of a teachers' meeting. Guess I'll go to North Java Tuesday, a week from tomorrow. That's where one of the meetings is. Tuesday, September 23rd. Cool and partly cloudy. Dig left today amid much confusion. Mama went to arcade with her. It seems lonesome without her and Lowell. Cyrenus called here tonight for his employment certificate and made quite a call.
An employment certificate, often called working papers, was a legal document required for minors, typically between the ages of 14 and 17, to leave school and enter the workforce.
Wednesday, September 24th. Cool and partly cloudy. I feel as if I had accomplished quite a little tonight. My what-to-do paper is considerably diminished. Mama went down and did some shopping tonight. Thursday, September 25th. Cool and partly cloudy. I called at the farm tonight and found Aunt Clara very poorly. Friday, September 26th. Warmer and sunny. I had a ride partway with Mr. Thornberry. He tried to sell me a saddle pony for $50. I'd like it all right, but haven't $50 to spend that way. I made out a list of necessaries and added up my expenses tonight. Mama and I had a nice little talk about furniture, rugs, and so forth. Saturday, September 27th. Warm and sunny. This has been an ideal fall day. I was crazy to get out into the lovely weather. The air this morning was like wine. But I had so much today. I got my kimono colored today, so it's ready for the cold weather. Tim and I saw Papa off as usual. We stopped at Rosie's for the milk and called a while. Leland goes to Alfred the 6th of October. I'm so glad he can go.
Alfred is a village in New York. Dorothy doesn't specify why Leland is going, but it may be to attend the Alfred University. Some programs, like the State School of Agriculture, began its main term in mid-October.
Sunday, September 28th. Warm and sunny. Mama and I took a delightful walk up in the pasture across the creek this afternoon. I spent a delightful time flat on my back under a clump of hazels.
Hazels likely refers to hazelnuts, also known as filberts, that grow wild at the edge of the woods throughout the region.
The weather was perfect, and the walk was great, but we were called home by the arrival of Aunt Eva and Raymond. Of course, we were glad to come home to such welcome callers. Raymond had a Sunday night lunch, that far-famed Crescent institution here, and spent the evening.
Crescent was a trendy way to describe something on the rise, or growing in popularity. Essentially, Dorothy was playfully saying, "Here is our famous and rapidly expanding Sunday night tradition." Throughout her diaries, Crescent also seems to become the nickname for their family home.
Monday, September 29th, very warm and sunny. Today has been almost like summer. I stopped at days and let the puppies clamber over me. Tuesday, September 30th. Chilly and cloudy. Such a marked change in temperature. I attended a teachers' meeting at North Java. We had quite a lot of fun. We have a new director, a Miss Painter. I think she makes it harder than Miss Prechtel did.
Join us as we turn the page to October 1919 in the next chapter of Dorothy's diary. If you would like to hear more of Dorothy's story as well as the stories of others, a simple like goes a long way. To ensure you don't miss the upcoming episodes, do subscribe and enable alerts. We'll see you next time as we share these cherished tablets of the heart.